And we thank you for joining us for Wavy News 10 Midday. Our top story takes us to a happy and long-awaited homecoming involving hundreds of families here in Hampton Roads. The crew of USS Kearsarge Amphibious Ready Group returned this morning. Kearsarge spent 9 months at sea for humanitarian missions to flood-stricken Pakistan, and the crew also helped with combat missions in Afghanistan and in Libya. 10 on your side's Art Khan. As at Naval Station Norfolk, the ship is behind you where folks have not seen it in its home port for 9 long months. I can only imagine what that homecoming was like today, Art.
Yeah, good afternoon, Carrie and Don. You know, it was a picture-perfect morning today for the homecoming of the USS Kearsarge over here behind me on my left, and the USS Ponce over here behind me on my right, which just pulled in a few moments ago. You know, Carrie, you mentioned how this was an extended deployment for the USS Kearsarge. Well, consider this. She left Norfolk late last summer and returns today just a few short weeks before the start of yet another summer. This was more than a homecoming. It was a celebration. After all, these sailors had been away for all but 3 months of the last 12. How long is 9 months?
Forever. It's eternity. That's enough time to process a baby.
And this is the day a few sailors got to see their babies for the very first time. What is that like?
It's so unreal. It's so unreal. You know, you know he's there, but it's unexplainable.
While they were away, the sailors and Marines aboard the Kearsarge performed everything from humanitarian missions in Pakistan to combat support operations off the coast of Libya.
I think from my perspective it really was a deployment for the history books, but I think the fact that we were ready to do all those things really speaks to the value of our training.
The Kearsarge Amphibious Readiness Group, or ARG, also conducted counter-piracy operations in addition to the missions in Pakistan and Libya.
So really, this ARG demonstrated the full span of capabilities that U.S. Navy or naval forces bring to the fight and bring to the national interest.
And now the ship that brought them to the far corners of the world has at last returned them safely home. You know, one other thing to consider, the Kearsarge, while providing combat support off the coast of Libya, 4 planes from the Kearsarge, 2 Harrier jets and 2 Osprey were dispatched and carried out a successful rescue of a downed Air Force pilot whose F-15 was shot down over Libya. So this group really accomplished a lot in the 9 months that they were gone. Reporting live from Naval Station Norfolk, Art Khan, 10 on your side.
All right, Art Khan, thanks so much. Art, we'll have much more coming up later in our 90 minutes of news on the homecoming of both USS Kearsarge and the USS Ponce.